is my extraordinary teacher. Why call him my extraordinary teacher? In Teresian School of Cavite, I've learned so many things not only about in academics, but also in life, by the guide of my extraordinary teacher, Mr. John Michael Santos. To be honest, my first impression is that he is a terror or strict teacher. Maybe because he has a big muscle in his body. But I'm wrong. He is a kind, funny, always positive, and a motivating teacher.
A teacher with a big
He always gives new learning
The
not
person
only
who
in his
not only
subject,
teach you,
but
but
also
also
in life.
The person
He is my
that
teacher
can
in
give you
general
wisdom
biology,
while making
which is my weakness. I
That
hate
is my
science, but Sir
extraordinary
JM give me a reason
starting
to love
from the very
science.
first day.
He helped me understand
He already started
every
to
lesson
encourage
in
a
his
mind
subject,
that's
even
almost
though
completely
I can easily cope up
hidden in
with
the
his
shadow,
lesson. You know why
where
I
lights are
called him
getting
extraordinary teacher? Because he
will
turns
guide
my
you in
hatred
everything,
into love.
even
That's
when you are doubt and can promise you will learn. Extraordinary teacher. A teacher with a big heart. The person who will not only teach you, but also guide you. The person that can give you wisdom while making everything fun. That is my extraordinary teacher. Starting from the very first day, he already started to encourage a mind that's almost completely lost. Hidden in the shadow, where lights are getting shallow. He will guide you in everything, even when you are doubt and can promise you will learn to stand. You can surpass your fears as you stand along with him until the time has come for you to face your fear. The fear of standing for your own future. You know will no longer fear of. That is Sir JM. He is not just a hero with a cape. He is the extraordinary hero of your tomorrow. Happy Teacher's Day, Sir JM.
My extraordinary teacher. My extraordinary teacher is Sir John Michael Santos. He is my teacher in biology. When I first met him, I thought he was scary or grumpy. I thought he was a scary or grumpy teacher. At the same time, he is cool. When the time passed by, I get to know him better. Actually, I really admire him so much. Aside from being intelligent, he is like a father to us. He's caring, funny, and especially he understands our opinions, feelings, and everything. I had learned and I will learn so many things from him. He's not He's not like the other teachers who always judge the students. He is my inspiration in my studies, aside from my family, because he motivates me to continue my dreams. I dream to be a good doctor. I knew that it was hard because we don't have enough money for my tuition, and I'm not that smart kid. Sometimes, actually, I have problems. There's too many things that comes up in my mind. I also thought to not live anymore. It's really hard for me. They see me as a happy child or like I don't have any problems, but they don't know how I live my life. But here's my extraordinary teacher. He changed what I think and look in my life. He motivates me and continually inspiring me. I understand his mga pangaral or message to us. I thought my favorite subject, science or gen bio, will be hard for me to understand. But I was wrong. I learned so much. So this is it. I know there will be things that will happen. I'm not forcing you guys to like him. I just want you to know that there's still so many teachers who can understand well the students. So that's it. He's my extraordinary teacher, Sir John Michael Santos.
My extraordinary teacher. The extraordinary teacher is the teacher who makes the student more motivated to study and to learn. Sir John Michael O. Santos is an extraordinary teacher because of the way he teaches. He motivates his student to not to give up, even if the way to our dream is hard. We should be patient and never give up to achieve it. He said to us that a student is like a diamond. Before it formed into a diamond, it went to heat and pressure. Instead of making things more difficult, he's just saying that don't make your dream as a dream. Make it come true. He is a kind and supportive teacher. You can talk to him if you have a problem. He always give advices to everyone. He also make the lesson more interesting. That's why he is the extraordinary teacher.
My extraordinary teacher. As a student, being a listener to a strict teacher is somewhat scary. Every student might think how to deal with that kind of teacher, but for me, it was quite fun. As a student, let me tell to you that not every strict teacher wants you to suffer from their subject, but for you to learn with twists. Let's say that every struggle that teacher gives to you is equivalent to a bunch of wisdom. You may think that every teacher wants a good grades only, but this teacher that I'm talking about wants to put knowledge on you and at the same time to have a good relationships around the class. I admit that I have terrible grades from this teacher, but I appreciate every lesson that we've tackled. I learn a lot and I promise I'm trying to improve myself because of this subject. The teacher behind this is our beloved biology. Kiki.
My extraordinary teacher is Sir J.M. He is our teacher in our subject, General Biology. At first, when I saw him, I thought that he will be a terror teacher. My first impression to him is that he was scary and always angry. But when I got to know him more, I realized that he is not that scary, but an awesome teacher because of his way of teaching to us. Even though our subject is difficult, he makes it so exciting for us that we want to learn more about that subject. Many admire him because he is so intelligent and do very well in the field of teaching. Me personally, I was amazed at him when he is explaining the structure of each carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids, and how does bonding occurs in this field. Because of Sir JM, I get to be more interested in science. Another good thing about Sir JM is that he keeps on giving us advice in many things. In our section, STEM 11B, he stands as our father in this school. That's it. Happy Teacher's Day, Sir JM.
Hi, Sir JM. This is the speech that I wrote for you. My extraordinary teacher. A lot of expectation before entering this school. A teacher that fits in the word extraordinary for me is Mr. John Michael Santos. He always think about the purpose here in Teresian School of Cavite, not only to teach but also to motivate the students about how important the learnings and efforts are. He is the type of teacher that is time conscious. He didn't waste time, especially on nonsense things. He directly passed with his knowledge to the students. Oftentimes, he used humor to entertain students. He indeed is not a boring teacher. For me, he is a very professional teacher because his knowledge about science is very wide. Happy Teacher's Day, Sir JM. Thank you.
Sir John Michael Santos is one of the extraordinary teacher because he can draw a Hayward structure by looking at the nutrition facts. Sir John Michael Santos is the most awesome one because he can understand anything just like emotion, problems in life, law of inertia, law of relativity, and some other facts about science. Even the concept of love, he can explain it on scientific way. If you are hopeless in love, ask Sir John Michael Santos on how to create a love potion for your crush brain. To transmit some enzyme to make her in love with you. Sir JM, I make it short because it's too long to write. Sir JM is one of the most scariest and dangerous organism in the earth. Because he knows almost everything that we know, and when he fixes his hair, he looks like a boat structure, a moving boat structure. Special thing on his carbohydrates and other topics, that's why he's the most extraordinary one, chicken. Happy Teacher's Day, Sir JM.
Hey everyone, my name is Mark Joshua Orales and I will tell you something about my extraordinary teacher, named Sir John Michael O. Santos. Why be afraid of general biology and hate science when you have Sir JM to teach you? He is making a way for his students to also love science and make it their strength and not a kryptonite. Learning while laughing is better than laughing without understanding something. Difficulties and struggles are reduced when he's inside our room. A great inspiration for us, the students of this generation. Being a STEM student is hard, to be honest, but complaining a lot without trying hard is worse. For us to succeed, we must strive hard and give our best, but I encourage everyone to also motivate their teachers to teach according to their knowledge while also exerting a lot of efforts. As a STEM student, I believe that everyone is capable of learning, but not all of them are taking their studies seriously. Everyone is also experiencing failures like Sir JM, but is making his weakness a motivation for it to become his strength. Lastly, believe in yourself, trust in your capabilities. Study hard, never give up, and make your parents proud of you even in a simple way. That's all, and I thank you for listening to my speech.
Good afternoon. My name is Heidi Candalura and I'm here to present my speech. I'm here to talk about a man who goes by the name of John Michael O. Santos. He is a teacher in Teresian School of Cavite. He teaches science, the study of life and the universe. He is also known as Sir J in TSC. His advisory class is 12 STEM A. Some say that he is intimidating and some say that he's easy to approach to. But one thing is for sure, his love for science is admirable. His aim is not only to let the students learn, but also to let the students improve. This is why he's a great teacher and an extraordinary person all at once. Bye, sir.
My extraordinary teacher. A teacher that seems to be strict, yet loving and full of humor. First impression to him of all students here in TSC. He seemed to be a choleric person because he has the fierce look, though he's a cheerful tiger. He can devour, yet he chooses to pull out his fangs, lowering his standards just to pull us up toward our success. Now, don't think that he's a wolf disguised as a sheep. Think twice. Look at his sacrifice for our sake. We, students, must appreciate all his hard work just to reach our dream. He's a part of a ladder to reach our goal. He is Sir JM.
My extraordinary teacher. Everyone has dreams and goals as they get a mission and need to learn. We all learn in the school, and there are teachers who will teach us. They are the source of information that we will use for our future jobs. They are also helpful in giving advice to students who have problems. So in short, teachers are extraordinary because they are necessary for us to finish our studies and get our ambitions. They might have low salary, but without them, there will be no engineers, doctors, and even future teachers. Teachers teach for the sake of the future of students. They are very special to everyone and are lovable. Teachers are important, they guide students for their course. We all should thank them for being there to us and making us better. To end this speech, I would like to thank you teachers for everything.
My extraordinary teacher. For me, the one of the teacher who inspired to me, the teacher who gave me the most reality gift of all, the gift of learning. Teacher have a big impact in education for me and preparing my future. He is Sir J.M. Santos because I can see to how us providing a strength and to fight the thrills of our experience every day. For me, Sir J.M. Santos is my inspiration. Why? Because he gives me for continue my dreams to inspire every day to all my life. I want to see my working dreams and to achieve my dreams. Thank you, Sir GM, for inspiring to me. And happy Teachers Day. Sana masaya ka sa araw sa iyo. Thank you.
Teachers seems to be the second parents when we are in school. They are the person whom you can count on and you can share your problems with. Some students are afraid to share their problems to their teachers. They are afraid to the extent that they can see the openness of all the teachers to hear their problems. They can see how their teachers love them and care for them. The person who I consider my extraordinary teacher is Sir John Michael Santos, our teacher in general biology. At first, you may think and assume that he is hot-tempered and strict, but that's wrong. He is strict because he wants his students to be responsible. He's kind inside and outside. And if you really know him, you will see that his love for all of his students is unconditional. The way he cares for his students, the way he wants his students to be responsible, and the way he teaches us is so impressive and inspirable. He is the one who motivated me through his inspirational words about achieving my goals and reaching it. In general, students need to open their eyes to see how good their teachers are, how good Sir JM is, and the efforts of all the teachers. Additionally, pay your teachers love and effort by making them proud because you study well and you are fighting to reach.
Miss Day Oliver, and to begin this speech, I'd like to share the best moment I had with our teacher, Sir JM, in my short time studying here in DSC. At first, I thought he was a strict and unkind teacher. But when he started to talk in front of us, that's time I knew I was wrong. Sir John Michael O. Santos is an extraordinary teacher because he literally knows all in science. Like when I asked him about something and he answered me in a complete manner, like the way the internet gave me. Also, he teaches us some moral lesson that has a connection in the topic. By that said, sometimes I was confused of him knowing that he is my biochem teacher and at the same time, he is also my moral or values teacher. I will never forget the time when he is talking in front and teaching a very complicated topic. I looked around and observed the faces of my classmates and they are literally look devastated. But kidding aside, I will say this honestly and with all of my heart, that Sir John Michael O. Santos is the most intelligent person I had met in my life.
Sir JM is an extraordinary. 1, 2, 3, go. My extraordinary teacher. Sir JM is an extraordinary teacher. Why? Why not? When we say extraordinary, it is very different from what is normal. For me, Sir JM suited perfectly. Well, when you see Sir JM, he looked like straight because of his aura. I remember the day we first met. The day he entered our room. There's this aura coming from him that can make you feel at peace. But when he began to teach us, it's like, oh my god. Yeah, someone said he's dangerous, but he's dangerous in different way. The way he teach us, the way he motivates us, the way he shared his knowledge to us. We can learn new things from him. He is kind and funny also. I can say that his strict aura is his defense mechanism. Sir John Michael Santos is my extraordinary teacher.
Kay James mo ba isi-send yan?
Hindi.
Ay, magkakapareho ba kayong Miss Cristel?
Oo. Ikaw lang maiiba.
Layo-layo ako, hindi parang ang lapit. Dear Chara, wala daw maga Miss Maggie. Chara.
Ay, Miss ah.
Hindi ah. Bilang ka.
O, go na. Kanina pa.
Ay,
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, go. Why be afraid of general biology when you have Sir J? A teacher who's a disturbance for every new student point of view, for being such a strict teacher, yet an inspiration to us, STEM students. Everybody hates science, but through him, he makes science possible to easily understand by making it more unique. He lifts us whenever we feel down. To be very honest, we all know that being a STEM student is hard, but You already had this point of giving up this rant, but his words of wisdom let us embrace our rant and made us realize that no man would be successful without any struggles and difficulties to face. A man that not so old, yet a father to the goal. A father of almost 200 students of the Region School of Cavite. And can't you see? How hard could it be to discipline hundreds of faces just for a day? We appreciate your hard work, sir. A great inspiration indeed.
My extraordinary teacher. It's funny how large of an impression he can leave upon our lives. Sure, he taught me a lot of things. However, he also taught me to love learning. The way he would never give up on me and my classmates, regardless of how frustrating our grades could be. He pushed us forward because he knew that one day we would be successful. He offered something that many others didn't during school: genuine love and unfailing friendship. He were open, unjudging ear. He always knew what to do or say, even when it came to problems with parents. He always seemed to know the best way to handle difficult situations, and he was eager to help students in any way he possibly could. Most of all, everyone could tell he genuinely loved what he did. His passion was unfailing, and his kindred spirit was evident in his unwillingness to give up on any student, even the problem ones. I was really inspired by his stories, especially how he would give pride of his students, STEM students. It is one of the amazing feeling in the world. I don't know why people are afraid of him, and some people doesn't like him either. I feel bad for them because they haven't seen the other side of Sir JM. Behind those strict teacher, there is a kind and brave teacher that they haven't seen it yet. With love, you, sir, and happy Teacher's Day.
My extraordinary teacher. As a student, one teacher caught my attention, even if it's not my favorite subject and I'm not good at his subject. I find it interesting because of him. When I'm in first year high school, he's my teacher in robotics class. I always sleep in his class, and when I came back in Tertian school after 3 years, he's my teacher in grade 11. In 3 months, I think of him as an extraordinary. He is extraordinary because many things in this world we can learn from him. We learn new things from him. When you look at him, he's like an angry hawk. But when he's in our room, he's funny and very kind to his students. He treats students like his own child. He motivates students. He helps students to achieve their goal. I'm talking about Sir J.M. He inspired many students because of his story and struggles he's been through. Happy Teacher's Day, sir.
Do you know Sir JM? Other students dislike him because they only see the negative side of him, but I like him. I first saw him, it is in the canteen, and I thought he's so stubborn. But when he entered the room, he's so funny. Whenever he discusses something, he will connect it to life or mostly love. Sir JM has a high expectation because we're STEM students. Although I'm still breathing, I always ask myself, am I still alive? One time, I was in the canteen, eating my chicken sandwich. He asked me, carbohydrates or proteins? And I'm like, what is happening? I just answered carbohydrates. And after entering our room, I realized it should be carbohydrates and proteins. From that day, I avoid eating inside the canteen. Even though he is like that, he was still the coolest teacher I have. Thank you, sir, for inspiring us and motivating us. Happy Teacher's Day.
Hello. My extraordinary teacher is Sir J.S. Other students do not like him because he is so serious when he disciplines the students here in TSC. But for me, that serious thing is love. He loves all of us. He is witty teacher while he is teaching. He can relate his life story in his discussion in biology. There are many quizzes that we get paid scores. Sometimes he will tease us, but the most important is never forget to motivate us. You can treat him as a friend outside the school. He is so appealed man even though he looks so grumpy. He teaches so differently from other teachers in other schools. He is specific in discussing biology. He teaches so fast but you can approach him if you're getting late in discussion. He can do acrobat in discussion just to teach us.
My extraordinary teacher. To the teacher that I like the most because of how he treats us, how he interacts with us, how he acts, and of course, how he teaches his students is the trait that most of us, which is the students of him, like him very much. He is strict but also funny. He teaches good, especially in science and biology. He is always direct to the point. Every time he speaks or teaches in front of us, as you can see him in the first time, you can actually think that he is very strict and formal. But when you always be with him or in class, he is totally kind, funny, and loving teacher. As how he shows his concern, especially to his students. He shows his love through doing his best in teaching us to learn more, giving you an advice as his father, and to make us feel of how important are we to him. He always aims that he will do everything in teaching to learn his students and help us to raise up since we were still in the adjustment stage. So, this amazing teacher that I am referring to is Sir John Michael Santos. Happy Father's Day, Sir JM. We love you.
Hi, I'm going to tell you my extraordinary teacher. All of these subjects are challenging and has its own difficulty. Yet, this one subject really grinds my gears. General biology. The first time we met him, I thought he was a demon. A demon that will make us suffer and let our proteins degrade. Whenever he gives quizzes, I suddenly experience bovine encephalopathy. But I am wrong. I realize that he's a demon-faced angel. An angel that will develop our charcoal minds to be a diamond through pressure and time. He has the fruit of knowledge that everyone needs. A tree that we need to climb and endure the thorns we get. As the time passes, these bonds are getting stronger. I'm so thankful to be your student. Happy Teacher's Day, Sir JM. Bye!
Happy Teacher's Day, Sir J.